game today. Ball tipped in the air, picked off by T.J. Edwards at the 50. He's to the 40, and he's all alone. At the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Wisconsin. T.J. Edwards.
11 tackles this weekend against the Wolverine. He's just recently been named a Butkus Award finalist. He is Badger T.J. Edwards, and he joins us now on the phone, in person, I should say, from our studios in Madison. T.J., you're 11-0. You clinched the division. You're ranked in the top 5 nationally. Give me the highlight of the year thus far.
Yeah, you know, I think it's really fun to just enjoy the journey as a whole, and it's hard to pinpoint an exact moment. You know, especially if, you know, things aren't done yet. So I think we just had a good time enjoying this process and the journey, and it's exciting because it's not over yet. So trying to keep this thing rolling.
All right, you wouldn't pinpoint there. Let me get you to pinpoint here. If you had to give the defensive MVP award to someone on your team, who gets it?
Again, I'm gonna not pinpoint someone exactly, but I'm gonna go D-line with the.
It's not a person.
It has to be them.
That's not a person.
It has to be them. I'm gonna say Alec James.
There you go.
You know, that's two guys that I think are deserving of that award, and that's what makes us go. And you know, they're the engine of everything we do, and you know, without them, I don't think we have the success that we've been having.
All right, I'm gonna wind up for a third time here, DJ. See if you can give me something specific. Who on your defense doesn't get talked about enough?
I'm going to say Ryan Conley, you know, a guy who's been, you know, steady for us and does some really good things. And I think he's been playing just unreal right now. And a guy that does not get talked about nearly enough, in my opinion, and makes, you know, as many plays as anyone out there. And for me, it's great to be out there with him. And I think we have a great chemistry together, and he does some really good things for us.
Yeah, Conley leads your team in tackles. That's a good call right there.
Yeah, right.
Let me focus away from football for a second. Explain how good of a basketball player you were in high school.
You know, I like to call myself like Draymond Green. You know, I didn't, you know, I wasn't scoring 25 a game. I wasn't doing any of that, but it was the little things, you know, the defense, something that my dad taught me at a young age, and it's something that I carried with me. You know, I got a little heavy, and I wasn't as fast as most guys on the court, you know, my junior and senior years. So I think that's kind of what put in my mind that it might be time to hang it up. But the rec leagues, you know, are still going. We're still having a good time with that. So I try to still play every now and again.
How good are you now?
You know, I lost a little bit. My handles, I'd say, you know, just, you know, playing football, not being around basketball as much. But I still think I can compete, and I still think I'm pretty decent.
Can you dunk?
I used to be able to. I don't know. I haven't even tried. Of yet, but I'm sure I can still get up there. I'm not. That's no problem.
Who's the best basketball player on the team?
Ooh, in terms of, I mean, just like what you see initially on the court, I'd say Leon Jacobs, a guy who can like just jump through the roof. You know, we had, you know, Schobert last year doing between the legs and stuff like that. But I'd probably say Leon, sadly, as much as I'd hate to admit it.
Okay, it's hard for you to pick out a football player to talk about individually. The basketball, you're totally fine there. Could you take Paul Christ in a game of one-on-one?
Oh yeah, hands down. I'm sure he'd try to be a little physical, but I just don't think he'd be able to keep up. Just couldn't happen.
What sport is he best at?
That is a tough question. I've seen him coach, and that is about it. I'm sure he could still throw the ball around a little bit, but that's tough. He might be a good golfer. I don't know. I assume, you know, most coaches are decent.
That makes sense. You practice against Jonathan Taylor, and you have for the last handful of months. When did it dawn on you that this cat was for real?
It was our first summer, or our summer this year. It was our first live scrimmage, and he took the first play from, you know, the line of scrimmage to the house for about 85 yards. So it was either we thought we were really bad, or this dude was really good, and I think it turned out that he was pretty good. So.
And you guys are doing all these great things on defense without Jack Cichy. So are you like going up to him every day and being like, look, we don't need you. You have no value, my man. We're fine without you.
No, not at all. And, you know, people do say it's without Sitch, but he is there every step of the way. It's I think we've had some great success because of, you know, the things he's been able to do. And, you know, he's in our ear just about every play, and you hear him from the sideline, and, you know, he's talking to refs. He's on the field as much as he can be, and you appreciate it because he's never truly, you know, left our team.
All right, one more for you. You've been to the Big Ten title game before, but if a freshman comes up to you and says, what do I need to know about what's different about playing in the Big Ten title game, what do you tell him?
Yeah, I just, you know, going off of, you know, last year and being so high and then, you know, being so low, I think, you know, the adversity of that game can come at any time, and that initial run out of the tunnel and feeling that energy, that buzz is unlike any other. I think, you know, that game that we played in last year, that was, you know, one of the craziest games I've been a part of, and so you have to bring it every single play or the game can flip like that, and it's just an experience that you can't truly prepare for, and you have to be, you know, ready for it in the moment because it can happen, and just like that, you know, can be on the bad side of it.
Well, you got one more game until then, but congratulations on a great season thus far. TJ Edwards, thanks for your time, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.